Hello, my name is Eve Rose Charles, and I'll be presenting my research proposal paper. My focus for my research paper focus on the efficacy of Pacific marital therapies to improve marital satisfaction in African American young adults. When looking at the gap in this research proposal paper, there's not much study done with African Americans when it comes to marital therapy, and like I said, African Americans does have the highest rate of divorce. So my research was trying to investigate how some different marital therapies will benefit some of these African Americans that's having distress in their marriage. The research questions that will be asked is the different marital therapies that I was using is going to be 4 different ones. So the research question will be, how effective is narrative therapy treatment for African American couples dealing with marital conflict? How effective is emotional focus therapy for African Americans dealing with conflict? How effective is integrative systematic therapy for African Americans dealing with marital conflict? And how effective cognitive behavioral therapy for African Americans? When you look at the null hypothesis, a null hypothesis is a hypothesis that says there is no statistical significance between any 2 variables in hypothesis. In this case, there is no difference in the different marital therapies used for the African American couples. The hypothesis stated the outcomes of this research is that integrative systematic therapy and narrative therapy would be a more effective marital therapy for African Americans than the cognitive behavior therapy and emotional focus therapy. So the 2 therapy that would be most benefit for this African American is the narrative therapy and the integrative systematic therapy. And those were the 2 therapies that I had narrowed down to investigate and just do more research on those 2 narratives for the African Americans. The study design was a pre-test, post-test design only. This type of design would be used for the study, and the dependent variable would be the marital satisfaction. Satisfaction will be measured by the participant some responses to the instrument that they had used, and the independent variable would be the 2 different marital therapies used on the couples. Participants and recruitment. Like I said, this study was really focusing on African Americans, and the criteria was they had to be married for at least 2 years and be under the age of 40. We're trying to focus on like the young adult age, so underneath the age of 40. And then this would be located in Orlando. I would try to get these African American couples from 4 different churches in the Orlando area and get these referrals by pastors that had couples that couples had expressed distress in their marriage. So the population was going for about 50 couples from these 4 different churches, and then get it roughly to make it 25 females and 25 males. The instrument used for this study will be the Index of Marital Satisfaction instrument. This is a 25 design question instrument, and it measures the degree of severity or magnitude of problem a spouse has within the relationship. So that's the instrument that I was going to be using for this study, is the IMS, also known as the Index of Marital Satisfaction. And the proposed statistical analysis is using the statistical package for the social sciences 24, which is the SPSS 24. Analyze data such as mean, standard deviation, independent t-test, and repeated measure analysis of variance for comparing the means values of communication patterns and the components in marital satisfaction in both groups. And to end, like I said, this study will be beneficial to the counseling industry because, this population of African Americans, there's not much study. There's a gap, when it comes to, marriage satisfaction and trying to improve marriage. So trying to find a study where there could be ways to improve the marriage is a huge plus. Thank you for your time. Bye.